But I want everything to tell it. Sometimes I think it's all right. It's all right. You pass it in. Come to my house, pass it in, then you drink. Go to my neighbor, you can say that for me. What did they say? And they cannot need to do. Like be everything to tell it. I want to do. So no dispatch. The better we can keep it. Not keep that. I'm not everything to do. Go, every day I tell it. Stop money to go. Get on the floor. Tell them what we do. Everything I tell it is something that we produce. Chill all day. Make sure don't go to jail. But let the money spend. Yeah, let them do their play. Not different. When chicken say, Bogoli Oko, it's all classic. Not different. When chicken say, Bogoli Oko, it's all classic. Now every day I tell this. 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 We for good get back is only another thing. You are both my case. I'm happy how you live. Get my up my business. Saka, I'm more than Saka. You not get my up and you need to walk back or let me see another bit. What else do I have to celebrate? Yeah, I do say the toad. I do say the toad. I be a one and two. The person I don't have it again. You are playing for your leave of one chat. I step up on the one and take track. If I'm worried, I didn't want to say it. And if you need to, let me know if you say my body. You are chill, Shaka, pop your passenger for one and just Sunday. We call it Sunday. What's the only difference? When chicken say, Bogoli.
It's about musical. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, you report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. Really can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us. Bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a human target, enemy you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exodus Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of craft beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exodus Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Flu Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Exactly. When you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, so going deep and deeper. Put it to the EGK. We are living sensing. Asuna depre. On chicken say.
Let me say a pleasant good morning and welcome to the March 30, 2026 edition of the program from the Pre-News on Freedom FM 87.9. And it's good to be here this morning after a wonderful weekend. So again, I'd like to welcome all of you tuning in from your various listening points here in Liberia and across the globe. Welcome to this brand new presentation of the program from the Pre-News. I'm Wendell Nimne, and I'm going to be with you straight up to 12:30 this afternoon, bringing to you stories making headlines in the print media. So, folks, if you're there in, I just don't know where you are and following us, but please let us know from our comment section. Please drop a comment and let us know where you are watching from. All right, it's very important to always let us know where you are following the broadcast from. So, if you're watching from the Middle East, you're watching from somewhere in Europe or America or some part of Africa, please drop a comment in our comment section. All right, so before we run you through stories making headlines in the print media, I'd like to give it up as a happy birthday treat for my cousin, Jerome Julius of the National Transit Authority. Today, March 30, marks another, birthday in his life. And so I want to wish you a wonderful birthday, Mr. Jerome Julius of the National Transit Authority. Happy birthday to you, my family man. Hope you're having a wonderful birthday. So, folks, the program from the Pre-News is brought to you through the kind courtesy of Mayuba and Sons Incorporated. They are one of the importers and distributors of petroleum products on the Liberian market. They've been around for more than 20 years and still providing quality services to the people of Liberia. Also, a part of the program is Crime Stopper Liberia. Crime Stopper is letting us know that it's always good to respect the rule of law. So Crime Stopper is telling us that violence is not the way forward. We should always invite the law when there is an issue. Fighting can never solve a problem. All right, it's always good to dialogue. So says Crime Stopper Liberia. And also a part of the program is another 100% owned Liberian company headed by Mr. Henry K. Jackson. Henry K. Jackson is the Chief Executive Officer of Exodus Best Price Store. They are right there on Gurley Street, and they also run the Exodus Entertainment Center. So those of you looking for, a spot to cool up after work during the weekend, those of you who are visiting Liberia on vacation, you're looking for that place to be. Exodus Entertainment Center on Gurley Street is the place to be. And Exodus Best Price Store have two branches. Like I said, one is on Gurley Street. They have another one there on the Old Road, Smart Road Junction. So those of you throwing that special occasion, you're having a party or some get together somewhere, and you're looking for drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages, Exodus Best Price Store is the place to go. And the good news for you is that they have reduced prices on all Club Beer products. So take advantage, carry small money and get plenty of things, because Exodus Best Price Store is your wholesale retail store, very cheap. So that's it. That's our sponsor. And so we want to say a big thank you to them, for affording us the sponsorship. All right, so folks, like I said, I'm here and I've just been joined by Gus Corma. Gus is way there in Chicago, Illinois, and so let's welcome Gus to the platform. Gus, good morning and welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Wendell. Good morning, Liberia. Gus Corma, glad to be here and interacting with the good people of Liberia again today.
Thank you very much, Gus. And how was the weekend?
Weekend was wonderful. It's still kind of cold here. Our weather has not finally broke yet and gotten any consistency. So had one good warm day and then had another cold one. So yeah, but overall it's good. My kids
Okay.
my middle one came home for the holiday. For the weekend, and my son's on spring break. So it's good.
Oh, yes. Good father. Always concerned about the kids. That's good. Thank you so much for their upbringing. All right. So, folks, Gus and I, we are here for now. Esther is not in today. We hope to have with us later on our weather report man, Solomon Tunis, who is there in New York City. So, folks, let's, too many things happening over the weekend. So we will run you through with just one online version today, and that is the Front Page Africa newspaper. That's the online version we're about to run you through. So stay put as we bring you trending stories from the online version of the Front Page Africa. And it says here, latest report shows Liberia losing billions in mining revenue as forests degrade and communities shortchange. And it says here, the 2.7 billion discrepancy. A new assessment has uncovered major financial leakages, environmental damages, and governance failures in Liberia's mining sector, raises fresh concerns about the country's ability to meet its development and climate goals. The report titled, A Rapid Assessment of Liberia's Mining Sector with a Focus on the Local Impacts on Forests and People, was commissioned by Forest Trends and conducted by Liberian and international experts using data from institutions including the Liberia Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative, LITI. According to the findings, mining companies pay more than US $844 million to the government of Liberia between 2007 and 2023. However, The report highlights a massive discrepancy when compared to international trade data. Importing countries reported receiving US 7.8 billion worth of Liberian mineral exports, primarily gold and iron ore, representing a staggering US 2.7 billion, 43% more than Liberia officially recorded. The report warns that the gap points to possible smuggling, underreporting, and tax evasion practices such as fraudulent transfer pricing, compounded by weak oversight and lack of transparent reporting. Liberia is rich in natural resources, with iron ore and gold as its leading mineral exports. However, revenue generated from the sector has historically failed to trickle down to the broader population. Communities missing out. The assessment also reveals that communities affected by mining operations are being deprived of their entitled benefits. Under mineral development agreements, large-scale mining companies were expected to pay over US $173 million to host communities by 2023, but at most, only US $190 million was reportedly paid, with an additional US $12 million provided in kind. Even more concerning, the report indicates that communities have not fully received these funds, as payments were reportedly redirected through county authorities instead of dedicated community development funds. Liberia. An audit by the General Auditing Commission further uncovered gross violations and weak oversight by the Ministry of Internal Affairs in managing these payments. The Ministry of Internal Affairs, now local government, has not responded to report up to time of publication. Additionally, companies holding exploration licenses are required to allocate at least 2% of their budgets to local development projects, such as schools and clinics, for each year. The report notes there is no clear evidence this requirement is being enforced. Continuation of the story. In many affected communities, basic services remain inadequate. Schools and clinics lack essential materials, including textbooks, salaries for volunteer teachers, and critical medical supplies and equipment. Environmental crisis deepens. Beyond financial losses, the report paints a troubling picture of environmental degradation. It cites increasing deforestation linked to mining, poor handling of hazardous chemicals, and widespread water pollution. Monitoring and enforcement remain weak, despite efforts by the Environmental Protection Agency. In 2025, the EPA identified widespread environmental violation nationwide. More recently, reports of repeated chemical spills by Bee Mountain Mining Corporation have intensified concerns about regulatory compliance. The study also found that mining licenses now overlap more than 2 million hectares of forests, including protected areas, logging concessions, and community forests. The situation is further compounded by unregulated artisanal and illegal mining activities, which remain largely undocumented. Liberia holds about 40% of the remaining Upper Guinea forest in West Africa. However, experts warn that the country's deforestation rate is rising and significant forest loss is likely if urgent measures are not taken. Rising tensions and threats to stability. The report warns of growing tensions between mining companies and local communities, driven by land disputes, environmental damage, and unmet obligations. If left unchecked, these conflicts could escalate into violence, legal battles, and broader instability. It also cautions that ongoing mining expansion is undermining Liberia's conservation strategy, particularly its commitment to protect 30% of its land by 2030 and reduce deforestation under international climate agreements. Call for urgent reforms while acknowledging the sector's potential to drive economic growth. The report stresses that urgent reforms are needed to ensure Liberia benefits from its natural resources. Key recommendations. The report calls for strengthening transparency and reconciling trade and revenue data, closing gaps in tax collection and revenue reporting, enforcing legal obligations to host communities, increasing funding for environmental monitoring and enforcement, developing a national land use plan to balance mining, conservation, and community interests. Liberia's mining sector has the potential to drive growth, the report concludes, but only if governance keeps pace with extraction. The report noted, with millions of dollars at stake and environmental risks mounting, the findings add pressure on the government to act decisively to protect both its economy and natural heritage. Well, folks, we will stop you right there on that story and then run you through more stories here on the online version of the Front Page Africa newspaper. So let's get to more stories. Let's see what we see something about the Liberia Electricity Corporation. So let me take this story about the Liberia Electricity Corporation. Okay. It says government advances 100 megawatts immediate solution and secures 300 megawatts transformational energy project. And under this caption is the photograph of the managing director of the Liberia Electricity Corporation. The government of Liberia, through the Liberia Electricity Corporation, is implementing a comprehensive dual-track strategy to address current electricity shortages while securing long-term energy stability, combining an immediate 100 megawatt MW thermal power solution with a transformational 300 megawatts combined cycle gas power project in Buchanan. This coordinated approach reflects a clear national commitment to stabilize power supply in the short term and permanently resolve Liberia's energy constraints in the medium to long term, while the 100 megawatt heavy fuel oil HFO plant being advanced in partnership with private sector stakeholders, including M&G Mining Company, is targeted for delivery within 12 months to address the next dry season. The 300 megawatt gas project, valued at approximately US $500 million, will anchor Liberia's future energy security and significantly reduce reliance on imports. In furtherance of this long-term vision, LEC has signed a term sheet in Washington, D.C. on March 27, 2026, with TAPE Global Initiative, TGI, with technical support from Softin Company, one of the United States' most experienced power producers. All right, Gus is here, he's going to confirm that. Marking a major milestone in Liberia's transition toward reliable, affordable, and sustainable capacity. That's sustainable electricity. At a time when the power sector continues to face constraints, particularly during the dry season, the government is pursuing a deliberate strategy to optimize domestic generation, diversify the energy mix, and strengthen national energy security. The Buchanan Gas Project is a central pillar of this strategy and is expected to significantly stabilize electricity supply upon completion. All right. And this is about restoring confidence and building a future where electricity is no longer a constraint to national development, said Managing Director Mohammed M. Sharif. We are taking decisive steps toward today to ensure that in the medium to long term, Liberia will have the reliable power it needs to grow its economy, support businesses, and improve the quality of life for all Liberians. Addressing today's challenges while building tomorrow's solutions, the government of Liberia recognizes the real and immediate hardships that electricity shortages are placing on households and businesses across the country, while advancing long-term investments such as the Buchanan Gas Project. Urgent steps are also being taken to address near-term supply gaps. In this regard, the government through LEC is actively engaging private sector partners, including M&G Mining Company, to develop and deploy a 100 megawatt heavy fuel oil power plant targeted for implementation within 12 months. This fast-track solution is specifically designed to mitigate the anticipated supply-demand gap during the next dry season and provide critical stability to the grid. This dual-track approach, delivering immediate relief while building sustainable long-term infrastructure, underscores the government's commitment to ensuring that no Liberian is left behind during this transition. The term sheet for the Buchanan Project was signed in Washington, D.C., following a structured and transparent engagement process led by LEC, in coordination with key government institutions, including the offices of the President, the Vice President, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, and the National Investment Commission. Jeff Blable, chairman of the National Investment Commission, during the signing emphasized the broader national significance of the initiative. This agreement sends a strong signal that Liberia is open for credible, large-scale investment. We are working deliberately to attract partners who bring not only capital, but long-term value, technology, and confidence in our economy. The energy sector is central to unlocking growth, and this project represents a major step in that direction. Bidel Sandy, Special Presidential Envoy for Strategic Engagement, underscored the government's commitment to delivering results for the Liberian people. This is about delivering tangible outcomes for our citizens. We understand the challenges people are facing today, and we are acting with urgency while keeping our eyes on long-term transformation. The combination of immediate and strategic investment reflects a government that is fully engaged and focused on solutions. Isaac Taggart, Special Envoy on Trade and Investment to the United States at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, highlighted the international dimension of the partnership. This milestone demonstrates Liberia's growing credibility on the global stage through sustained engagement with international partners and investors. We are positioning Liberia as a destination for strategic high impact investments. This project reflects the confidence of global partners in Liberia's reform agenda and long-term economic potential. Well, we'll leave it there and take one more story here from the online version of the Front Page Africa newspaper. If you just join us, this is the program from the Print News on Freedom FM 87.9. This is where we bring you trending stories from the print media. And this morning, we are sharing with you the online version of the Front Page Africa newspaper. Let's see whether we can take one more story and then we switch to something else. So let's see whether we can get to our final story here from the Front Page online version. So let's take this story as our next story. Okay, this is about the Congress for Democratic Change, the CDC. CDC unveils B2M2 Alliance, 4 counties unite to power WIA's 2029 comeback bid. And we see some senior executive of the Congress for Democratic Change. That's the Coalition for Democratic Change. They are all photographed here, including the current chairman, Janga Kowo. We also see the former chairman of the CDC, who was the current senator of Magibi County, Nathaniel McGill. We see District number 10 lawmaker, Yeke Koluba. They are all, seated here on this picture together. All right, so let's bring you a few lines from the story. It says the Coalition for Democratic Change has taken a major step toward consolidating its political base ahead of the 2029 general elections, with leaders from 4 key counties signing a memorandum of understanding to form what is being called the B2M2 Credible Alliance. The agreement brings together CDC chairpersons from Bong County, Grand Bassa County, Magibi County, and Montserrat County, a bloc widely regarded as politically decisive due to its population size, economic relevance, and geographic connectivity. The alliance is designed to coordinate political strategies, strengthen grassroots mobilization, and unify campaign messaging across the 4 counties, all aimed at boosting the CDC's chances in the 2029 polls. At the heart of the agreement is a renewed push to support the political leadership and anticipated re-election bid of former President George Manneh Weah. A strategic political bloc, according to the MOU, the B2M2 Alliance will function through a coordinating council comprising county chairpersons and selected campaign strategies. The council will oversee joint political planning, voter mobilization, and conflict resolution with the bloc. The document emphasizes unity as a central pillar, urging all parties to avoid divisive messaging and align county-level operations with a broader national campaign strategy under the CDC. The alliance represents a central political and demographic bloc with the capacity to significantly influence national electoral outcomes. The MOU states, citing the combined population strength and grassroots reach of the 4 counties. Grassroots mobilization at the core. The agreement places strong emphasis on mobilizing grassroots structures, including youth and women's wings, to ensure coordinated political engagement across the region. It also calls for harmonizing campaign messaging and improving organizational efficiency, areas The CDC appears keen to strengthen following its laws in the 2023 presidential elections. Political observers say the formation of the B2M2 block signals an early and calculated attempt by the CDC to rebuild and reposition itself as a formidable force ahead of 2029. Non-binding but politically significant, with the MOU explicitly described as non-binding and not legally enforceable, its political implications are significant. It formalizes cooperation among some of the CDC's most influential county structures and sets the stage for a unified electoral strategy. The agreement will remain in effect until the conclusion of the 2029 elections unless amended or terminated by mutual consent of the parties. Well, folks, we can stop you right here and then get you set to run you through our weather report for today, because we already have with us our weather report man, Solomon Tunis. But before Gus was here, so let's get the weather report. After the weather report, we take our break. When we come back, we'll bring you our talking points. So let's cross over to New York City and say good morning to Solomon Tunis.
Good morning, Wendell. Good morning, Gus. Good morning, Mama Liberia. Good morning to my brothers and sisters. Salam alaikum to my Muslim brothers and sisters. This is your good friend Suleiman Hashim Tunis, the weatherman, coming to you live from Staten Island, New York, Radio LIB, with Freedom FM 87.9, the most listened to radio station in the nation capital. Again, on the morning hour or daytime program, the weatherman Suleiman Tunis. Guys, you are good to go. No rain in the forecast today. 86 feels like 90. That's what we're looking at for the rest of the day. And the rain percentage is only 5%. So definitely there's a lot of sunshine in the morning, daytime, until the evening hour. You're going to experience a lot of sunshine. And the humidity start with 56. As it is right now, the average today is 64, but as time goes on, like in the PM area, around the nighttime, you're going to see a high percentage of heat going to go even over 90 as the night progress in the nighttime. As it is now, the average is 64, the daytime average. But as the day progress into the night, believe me, you're going to be uncomfortable. So prepare for that. Tomorrow, Tuesday, 20% of rain, chances of rain, wind 8 miles per hour, humidity 66 average. But as time goes on, in the evening hour, you're going to be over 90. Wednesday, giving you today, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Wednesday, 20% chances of rain. The breeze blowing or wind is about 6 miles per hour. Humidity, 67, but as time goes on in the evening hour, you're going to be a little uncomfortable. It's going to go up to 86, the humidity. So, in this period, since there is no heavy rain, no even light rain, be mindful of the heat, especially when you go out of electricity. So you're going to feel the heat. Don't mind because the sun is not shining. In the evening hour, all that in the daytime, that heat running around, it accumulates in the evening time. It's going to be extremely difficult. The heat going to be a high number or high percentage. So definitely that's what, in the daytime, it's not too much. It's 67, average is 67. But as the night comes and progress, it's going to go up to 80, up to 90. That's how it is. And you will feel it. You will come and call our station and say, hey, the weatherman was right. All right. Definitely we are very uncomfortable. And sometimes your air conditioner might not even help you because the heat can sometimes past the air condition, when the air condition working very low, the electricity is not giving the enough power to blow the air to comfort you. So that's when you're going to really feel the heat. Yes. Okay. Say you hear from Freedom FM from the weatherman Tunis. Okay. So that's about it. Prepare for your heat. You're not going to get no rain. I'm not seeing rain. Even if it rains, it's not going to last. I mean, it's just going to rain to bring more heat. But from now to Wednesday, the percentage of rain is very, very, very low. And the wind say is not blowing in any of the days. The highest number wind is 6. Can you imagine? Wednesday, 6 miles per hour. Okay, let's say tomorrow is going to be 8 miles per hour. But what is 8 miles per hour wind? Nothing. Today, it's only 5 miles per hour wind. So if you're walking outside, you can tell that you can't even feel it. 5 miles per hour wind is nothing. 8 miles per hour wind is nothing. We're talking about 20, 25 hand, and you really feel the heavy weight of the wind. But it's not like that if you did. So prepare for it. Thank you again, and let me send control back to Gus. Good evening. Good morning. Good. We stay in the morning? Yeah, we stay in the morning. Okay, let me send control back to Wendell.
Thank you very much. Our weather report, man, folks, you heard the weather. And so please adjust yourself. That's all we can say, because every time we give you factual weather reports. So those of you who have ears to listen and act accordingly, or else you're going to have yourself embarrassed. So, when heat to the place is very hot, the heat is irresistible. You need somewhere breezy, or you need an air conditioner car, or, an air conditioner office. So please, if you don't have access to any of those, I advise that you wear something light for the rest of the day's weather report that we just gave you. So let me say a big thank you to you, Solomon Tunis, for always running us through the weather forecast. All right, so we're going to take our break. When we come back, Tunis is stay hanging around, I'm quite sure, because maybe he have one or two to say about the stories we brought you this morning. So let's go and take word from our sponsors. When we come back, we'll run you through our talking points. So those of you who are watching us, it's important for you to always drop a comment. All right? You've been sitting there and watching the show and listening to all of the stories we read. Drop a comment on one of them, so we can know your position. So it's important. Drop a comment in our comment section. Don't just like the show. Don't just share it. It's always good to drop a comment, because it's important for us, the panelists. So let's take word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back with you on the program from the Print News.
Hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to serve the source of vigilante-side justice in this country, none of us will be saved. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of crop beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Flow Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Exactly. When you want some more, I provide it. So we start to talk. Come on, go in deep and deeper. Put it to Ichiki.
Did you hear that? Exeter's Best Price Store. We are your wholesale, cheaper, and retail store. So, folks, for non-alcoholic and alcoholic beverages, you can get it for cheaper price. Look, the good news about Exeter's Best Price Store is that they have reduced all prices on club beer products. So you see, that's good news for you. You know, take advantage. When you carry small money, now they play what they call carry small money and get plenty things. Exeter's Best Price Store. Carry small money and get plenty things. So take advantage. They are right there on Gurley Street. Those of you around the Painesville, Congo Town belt, you don't have to come all the way here. You can make a stop there on the Old Road at Smart Road Junction and get whatever you want to get for cheaper price. So, folks, there are a lot of stories we read this morning about the mining sector, you know, the CDC signing a MOU, and also we brought you the LEC position about the current situation, the challenges they face with the electricity in our country. But my attention is on the mining sector. But I will send controls back to my guys in the States first to hear from them, and then from there, I can jumpstart from my end. So, Gus, are you back with us? It's like Gus is not around yet. So, Tunis, you've been listening to the stories, the government losing millions in the mining sector and those areas that are being used to mine our natural resources are not benefiting from, you know, what is being taken from their community. So, over the weekend, we saw the CDC, you know, the Magibi, Grand Bassa, and Monserrato. Oh, we saw the turnout, man. And I'm quite sure you follow the social media. So let's get your side, and we can move from there.
Thank you so much. I mean, my attention really going to the LEC, but kudos to CDC. They're expanding and they're preparing for the next election that coming. I mean, left with our people in Liberia, what really they want and which party is the best party for them. They experience both parties. They were experiencing the Unity Party for 18 years. And they can tell CDC only took over for 6 years. They will tell the difference, 18 to 6. But the LEC is the one I'm really, that caught my eyes, because these LEC issues have been out since the first term of Unity Party, the Omaha time, the 12 years. They made a big deal out of it that they have solved our problem. But every year we face this issue. People got the money to buy the electricity, but they can't enjoy it. And people, appearances are getting messed up. They are messing up because the way the current force rate, they come in and go back. The heavy way they come sometimes and mess your equipment up. All of this is going up in Liberia. You know, every day, like this one, they're telling us again, oh, they have signed off in Washington, D.C., some prominent company coming up. We have listened to all of this for so many years, and the problem never solved. Okay? The Mancoffey Dam have been renovated. During Mama Ellen time, there was a big ceremony. Everybody was so joyful. They think the problem have been solved. Nothing we get. Okay? They say we got solar. Still, people still, they got the money, they can buy the electricity, but they can't enjoy it. But they after people who stealing electricity. Still, they haven't solved this problem yet. When are we going to solve the problem? A civilized country like us, City Monrovia, all right, you have to have your own generator or solar system. So where are we going with this? When this problem will be solved? This is not a problem that just happening in our face right after the war. This is an old age problem. And we were young kids. You know, you want to tell one particular problem Liberia can solve it. It is electricity problem. You go to a different country, they say the current is very, very sufficient. It's constant. They go to name one country, they tell you, oh my man, over here we are okay, but they want Monrovia. It's why we can't even enjoy our appearance here. We buy air condition. We buy a fan. The only time we enjoy air conditioning really when we get some decent cars, because that, I mean, it had nothing to do with LEC. It has something to do with ourselves. Even if LEC get involved, you will get problem with that too. But thank God, in your car, you control everything in your car. So, my brother, this is one of the troublesome things that we need to really get involved, because without electricity is civilization. It increase, make you connect to the entire world. Without electricity, you are nothing. You can't get nowhere. But all of a sudden, you can just be sitting watching something very good movie. Bam! It's a current gone. Like the way we say in Liberia, we get blackout. Then for almost 6 to 7 hours. And when the current gone, you can't go and unplug all these plugs. Sometimes you get weak, you get tired, just getting up every now and then going to unplug those things. Then you leave it there. When they come with a heavy speed. It affects some of your equipment. You know, and they ain't paying for those things. Even if you go and make a complaint, they don't listen to you. They look at you like, what is man coming from? What kind of stupid man is? Like in a civilized country, electricity mess up your equipment, you can go and sue them, especially if you know exactly the cost. You can go and take it on to them, and they will look into it. If it's their fault, they pay for it. But it's not like that in our home. And these things are very expensive. It takes men arms and legs before they get something good to entertain them in their homes. So, my brother, we need to really, really, really do something about these things. We couldn't. It's not just the face that okay. Oh, we now sign contract with this other company. This is an age-old thing. We can never solve it. For what? That's what I really think we need to. And that's what caught my eye today. Trust me.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I like the way you put it. You know, the Unity Party government, they are going to 18 years in power in this country. We gave them the first 12 years. There were a lot of opportunities, according to them, that came but was squandered. All right. The then vice president, who is president now of the country, said that. But, you know, in Liberia, you know, the people then we can do bad to all that. The people then we can get, you know, state position. So these are the things that we are experiencing in our country today. LEC goes, look, The people that live in Banjo, Peace Island, the people that live in Banjo, I live in Peace Island in Banjo. I want y'all to call if I'm lying. Under George, we are 6 years. Under George, we are 6 years. If I'm lying, all right, because I know a lot of you that live in that community, you people are Unity Party folks. I want you to call and tell me if I'm lying that under the George, we are 6 years, we experience what we are experiencing today with the current issue. Because I've never experienced, the only time current used to go, maybe there's a technical problem from the pool. All right, maybe it's something spoiled, in the pool, and they have to call the team to come and fix it. That's the only time we experience current going from our homes. But nowadays, man, that current, our current that we used to enjoy, we take back inside, we go to bed, we wake up. I mean, the current was just around us, you waking up and seeing all your things around you. That's how the current, we used to enjoy the current for that 6 years on the George we are. I don't know what kind of magic they were playing to have the current stable, that the government said they were not doing anything, they were going to come and do better. But today, see what we are going through in that part of district number 17. So, I mean, let me just say this to those of you who are importers, business people that can bring in stuff. You please bring back the lantern. Y'all got to bring back lantern in this country, because the villagers, they really need lantern. Can you imagine what we're going through in the capital city? I don't want to talk about outside the capital city. So it's very serious. Same thing with the mining issue. The government is losing billions of dollars from the mining sector because there are government officials that are doing illegal mining in the country. So why are they crying wolf? They know the recent issue in Liberia, with Liberia and Guinea. It links some government officials. So how will the government realize a lot of revenue from the mining sector when people within the government are doing illegal mining? You tell me, how will the government realize? How will the community benefit? How will the community benefit? The people who get a place that you're taking the gold and diamond from, they're living in ruins. See how they're living. No clinic, no schools, nothing. But millions of dollars are leaving your community. When our big people go there, they put their interest first. They don't put the ordinary people interest first. What they can get for themselves is what they put before the table. So no wonder why the government is losing millions. I remember during the George Weah administration, the IMF told us that the IMF, the European Union, and all these international partners, they told us that if the government of Liberia can focus their attention on the mining sector, a lot of things will happen for us. Because there are a lot of money you can generate from the mining sector. But how will the government generate when the very people who are in the government are making millions of illegal mining? Go check out all these areas that we're talking about today. The illegal mining that go in there, and when you go check it out, these are all government officials. At the Ministry of Mines and Energy, they got people they got on the field that report certain amount of money to them every month, every week. We know that for a fact. The top guys at the Mines and Energy Ministry, they got their inspectors, they got certain people they put on the field that report to them. Oh yes. They got people, our sources are telling us that our people got people on the field that come to them with envelope every month, every time of the year, they bring money to them. because of the illegal mining that is ongoing in the country. So the government shouldn't cry wolf because they know they are the very ones that are doing these things. We stay struggling in this modern age and time. Electricity is a challenge. Water business is a challenge. Public transportation is a challenge. You go to the hospitals, you go to the clinics, no drugs. I mean, some of the guys are there trying their best, to make the place, but they are not getting that budgetary support. Oh, yes. We go to these people, we talk to them. Say, y'all come and see, y'all go. You're the one on the radio, y'all go talk for all. See what we're going through? It's not easy because the government is not, the government is not taking the stand they're supposed to take as a government. This is why all of these things are happening. Oh, yes, these people, we put them in power just to enrich themselves. Just to enrich themselves. See what Liberians are going through today. You go on the street, you see how the people frustrated, they're so angry. I mean, you don't even know how to describe it. That's the country we find ourselves under this man who almost with 50-year experience in government. Because all Joseph Boakai life is in government. Minister of Agriculture, Managing Director, LPMC, all the years he worked. See what is going on under his watch because he's not in charge. So the government is losing millions of dollars from the mining sector. LEC part de jet onshore. Can you imagine? We buying fuel more than $1,000. You're buying gas almost $1,000, $910 for gas, $920. You're buying gas. So it's not easy. It better the people bring back the people that used to bring lantern in the country. Let them start importing lantern. They will make a lot of money. You go to other places now, I'm told candle price is $25, $30 for one candle outside Monserrato. Because they can't see light. They think what they call light are taboo for them. They can see it. Well, let's, before we go to the lines, let's say kudos to the leadership of the Mighty Coalition for Democratic Change for, getting together over the weekend. And we saw the turnout. It was very huge. And we want to say thanks to Senator McGill. I want to say thanks to the chairman, Janga Ko, and the rest of the team, for, mobilizing and putting seditions and other political alliance together, over the weekend. That was a good thing. So, folks, that's it. We just got to keep talking. So our people then can do the right thing because it's stealing too much. People are building mansions in this country. They are just enriching themselves from government money, from taxpayer money. While people are frustrated, their homes are being broken down. They have nowhere to sleep up to now. People stay sleeping in people's kitchen, stay sleeping in people's living rooms and all of that. Because somewhere you live all your life, today they come to tell you, say the place not for you, move. Not even settling you to say, we'll get you a small team to go and move on your own. Liberians are frustrated. They are homeless. They have nowhere to go. Kids are out of school. But we have a government that said yesterday it was bad. They will come and fix it. What do we see these people have fixed? We are almost into the rainy season. The Bourgeois Island Road, we are still struggling to have it completed. And all of the pits, the dock, when the rain starts to fall, is going to be very, very dangerous. Terrible. Because you know how that road is very narrow and the trucks on that road, they can be running at night. So we're just calling on the team to, to make it faster because we are already into the rainy season. The rain go nowhere here. Nowhere. They're gone Saturday. In fact, those of us that live Broadville, when you wake up this time, when you wake up 7:30, 8 o'clock, don't even think on bringing car because you will miss it. The traffic I saw, they gone Saturday, I was like, it's so good I didn't come with car, yeah. I came to town that day, I had to use commercial vehicle. I paid $200 from Douala to town. And I paid the same $200 back to Douala. Well, let's hear from our people, folks. Those of you who are listening, you can call us on 0776-104-104, 086-500-104. The WhatsApp line is +231 86500 104. Call in and make your contribution here on the program. Too many things we talk about. The LEC issue, the mining sector issue, and we also talk about the get-together of the CDC signing of memorandum of understanding. So these are all, brilliant talking points for you to make your import. So if you are there and listening, call in and take 1 minute of your time, and let's hear from you. Let's take this person as our very first caller. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, hello?
You are on the radio. You have to give us your attention, please. Hello?
Yeah,
okay,
hello?
It seems to be you're not ready to talk. Let me take this person. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, how are you? Welcome to the show. Let's hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Dillon myself.
Your line is terrible. I will have to disconnect you. Let me take this person. Hello?
Yeah, how you doing, honey?
I'm fine, Patience. Thank you and welcome to the show. Let's hear you. You have a minute.
Mr. Dillon, you country, I know what the country. No one's out getting to us. But we have to see back up broadcasting system that else will never come to stop. So it's local for us on our platform. Else will come to stop. Today, anything, no here, no see. These people that don't even know that for us. They're only mining issues. That is still mining the carry to that dollar. They see money that is going here. They not extended to the dollar. They see 2.5 today. Today, it was in our order. In our only place. They come in with an animal. They say they are all criminal mechanisms. So wrong. I think the power. Nothing will get on the phone that it means they're spending. And let me say thank you to Chairman Shangafu and Natara Market. Let's say big thank you to them for that program.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's take another person. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Yeah, hello, my brother. Thank you for the show. My name is Kaisai. I'm calling from Glasgow, Division 1. Yeah. The money hero is talking about money hero. Local vice president, Kemayako, Kakoreda. And our president, say, no, but I've seen it to Puto. I'm from Grand Chile. Puto, to see the Puto mountain over there. So the same way Puto, Lufa. Pitching out a drink confusion, pitching over and killing. As they put down the Puto. But I want that put up, they put around.
Yeah. That's why you see this is time. This is the time now. This is the time now. The communities need to stand up. That if our community will not benefit from what you're taking from here, there will be no mining. You know? Yeah.
I think you can say bad president while you're saying how would I say bad president? They say bad president said to the market hero to the Congress. Nobody want to say now in the country.
That's true. They man the guy as the internal affairs who I'm told would be designated as the the minister designated. The minister designated. He's one of those involved.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Thank you for the show. No one tell the truth. No one will follow.
Thank you very much. Let's take more calls. Let's talk to this person. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the show. Tell us your name and where you joined the conversation from.
My name is Robert. I'm joining the conversation from Perfect to support the community.
Okay, you have a minute on the show. Let's hear you.
Yeah, pertaining the LGC aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the LGC people can, in the community, telling what I want to pay $71 people get LGC scoring.
They say I'm gonna pay $71.
Yes.
Why you paying the $71?
And say for us to get LGC scoring, kind of got free scoring for all. They stay 4 years, they have 4 years, no scoring.
Wow. All right. Thank you. Thank you for the information. Thank you so much. We'll make a follow-up on that. It's important that we get this information and then we can do our own check on them. Let's talk to you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, big brother William.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. This is the Combo Chairman. I'm P1P Willie. I try to supplement District 4.
Go ahead, Willie. Let's hear you have a minute.
Big brother, I don't care. People who don't have no capacity claim that they came to rescue. When they don't even have a capacity to rescue themselves. Instead of rescuing, these people bring a 419 arrangement to destroy Nigeria. Destruction number one, that is that kind of few destruction that they have brought on Nigeria. Destruction number one. The country as a whole have 15 countries, right? Those are human boy being considered in chief, and they want to reduce this country to 14 and a half because the land info that is highly, contested. We got the Solomon region of Foya now in the hands of the Union, so it's highly contested. That's number one. Number two, from the economy of Korea is free fall. Look at the economical variable. Look around. Shipping prices. Besides gas, not only gas, gas have been shut down. Proud gas prices. Why are they happening? Our economy has been free fall. Look, our partner said that the extractive industry holds the keys to the global economy. Why are they happening in the extractive industry? Poor performance. We got reports from the American themselves. They said power, but they get a own State Department report that they are come down, they plan to what? To 6%. That's a crash in the economy. So the lines go up as I leave the line for all of the big contribution. They live and get loan. They pay, you can destroy everything, including the rule of law in every sanity of the country, you can destroy it. All the rest. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's take more calls. Let's take more calls here this afternoon. The program is from the pre-news. And those of you who are listening, just keep your contribution coming in on 0776-104-104, 086-500-104. We'll get to Tunis. Tunis is going to read us the comments. And after the comments, we will take more calls. So let's go to Tunis to get the comments for us. And then we come back and close up with more calls.
All right. Thank you so much, Wendell. And thanks for those who at least posted some comments over here for our show this morning. Henry T, as usual, good morning, my Freedom family, and the Radio LIV crew from Staten Island, New York, with our weatherman, report man, Uncle Tunis. I am watching from my resident Caldwell. Thanks for the great information to our country, Liberia. We got Saturday, Zue, Woodway, watching from Atlanta, Georgia, U.S. Thank you for watching. We got Vinicius Junior Bar. Weir is watching from back 2029. Sorry. So Weir is coming back 2029. I know this Felicia's might be watching from Nuclear area there. We got God, Shelley Coleman. Good morning to you. We got God came back again watching live from Ghanarsville supermarket. We got Hezekiah Dodo. Hello from my aunt, Mama Liberia, and to the Freedom FM family. Following closely from Christopolis, Kulikai Community Bible College, Broville, Monserrate County. Thanks for the good work Reverend Will Orlandros. Do much appreciation for representing the Southeast as the best listeners, okay? Alvin Favor Freeman, that's corruption, okay? Samuel Kofa Wu Jr., we are 2029 is sure.
That's Kofi Woods.
Oh, Kofi, okay. Oh, all right. Kofi Wood Jr., same Kofi Wood Jr. came back again. We are 2029 sure. Alvin Favor Freeman, that's stealing from the country while Liberians are suffering and very poor. All right, we'll come back later to read the rest of it. Let me send control back to you.
Thank you very much. So let's keep the calls coming in. Call us on 0776-104-104, 086-500-104. The female line is active, 0770-297-016. And the WhatsApp line is also active, +231 86-500-104. Call in and make your contribution. We're talking about, the mining sector, the LEC issue in our country. The mining sector is actually losing billions of dollars because of the illegal mining activities that is ongoing in our country by government officials and, people close to the power that be. So the country is losing millions. All right. You see, we have electricity challenge in our country. We have water issue problem. And public transportation is also a major problem because right now you go down the streets, you see a lot of people just standing, the sun kind of beating on them, dehydrating them because they want to get, vehicle to get to one point. They just can't. So it's easy. It's very tough in our country. Things are happening. And the government is not doing anything to address these concerns. So, that's why we are here to talk about this morning, this afternoon. So those of you who are listening, you can make your input. Call us. What do you make of the news coming from the mining sector? This is time that the government the communities need to stand up. You don't want to get a community that you don't want to get the resources in the ground there. That for your play they can kind of take it. So when they kind of say they're supposed to do that for you, they ain't do it. You make sure they will not take your minerals from there. Let's talk to this person and come back with what we was saying. Hello.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Window.
Mr. Nimner, sir. I would like you for in our country, other places they will Mr. Window. I would say yes, but in Liberia, when you call somebody by their first name, you can't miss the last it. So I would prefer you calling me Mr. Nimner or just say Wendell.
Okay, yeah, I would prefer Mr. Williams, Mr. Nimner.
Go ahead, let's hear your contribution, sir.
Yeah, I'm Mike Toll calling from New Jersey.
It's good having you, Mike. Let's hear you.
Yeah, without the kind of situation that we're passing in the country with the youth, it's very, very disappointing.
What are you passing through?
The people came and told us that, coming to rescue us, going to give us a job opportunity. They told us that the other people was stealing from us, criminals. They came and confused us. Yeah, look at about the money sector. Now the money sector, the people in that area, they are not benefiting. They are not benefiting anything. When our people, our leaders, will really pay attention to their own people. Yeah, look at what is happening. Like, no facility there for the people. If you really check for you, you check in a company there to find real Liberia working at some places that you'll be able to get very important. They're not there. They just people, government will just get a listing with people that prefer, send it there. Other people who trying by their own way, just forget it. When you got somebody in the government, just forget it. Yeah.
Okay.
They say we should move on the sidewalk, selling, move on the sidewalk. Come your own area and have to sell again. The people running behind us again, breaking our places down. Nowhere to sleep, no shelter right now. Starting with friends and your family spread because you take care of your family to your friends' place to be. So at the end now, your children will start going to other people's places, learning different everything that you don't want them to learn.
Okay.
Because you are homeless. You see the kind of thing we're passing through. We're very suffering in our country. It's just like you go hustle somewhere. You got to fight it there to get something. Your own place is just like you go hustle somewhere.
I know.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Look at I can go.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You've made your point. Thank you so much. And that's it. Liberians are frustrated. It's not easy. You go down the streets, you see how frustrated the people are. I mean, it's not easy. It tells you, it's tough. Liberia is hard. Ono, this most experienced leader. We are going through this kind of situation in our country, where people can barely, eat normally a day, to even get the money to find good food to eat. It's not easy, so I mean, that's why you see a lot of frustration all over the place. Yes, sir.
Let me tell you, if we can solve our electricity problem, there will be a lot of problems will be solved. Even the lady who will be selling her cool water or ice, her problem will be solved.
Yeah.
People will not go around asking people for favor. Too many people will not be calling in America or Europe or Australia for favor. Electricity is very essential in one life, and it make life easy because many people can depend on that electricity and do a lot of things. But if you're out of electricity in the civilized world, the hard time that you will feel, my brother, just by you walking in the street sweating and nowhere to even cool off yourself, it's a problem.
Yeah. So you see, like nowadays, you can't even buy, frozen, what you call fresh food to store because it was spoiled. That's why you see a lot of marketers, they would take their stuff to the frozen place to have it, or saved it. But those of us,
how many people losing businesses because of electricity? Just imagine the years you're talking about. You say electricity was flowing all over, or you were bathing inside. Just imagine those days, those 6 years, how things were running in your area, and compare it today.
They were not called to say it because a lot of them are shaming the community. They were all in the community saying things in the faces of people. Today, they're muted. They can't talk because they know everything that we told them is coming to pass.
So you want to tell me that 18 years Unity Party running Liberia, they can't solve the electricity problem? Now there's 6 years that they just condemn me every day when you talk about the CDC were doing it. So you tell you they say CDC were delaying rule and fixing the rule. We're going 3 years complete. What they have done, they have not even completed one project that CDC started. Okay?
Yeah.
Believe me, my brother, electricity is one of that will shine the city, the country,
electricity is life, that life. Electricity is life.
Okay, and 18 years you can solve the one problem, and we Liberians stay blaming Jawea. Oh, Jawea the one that spoiled the country. You guys wish. This is the reason why we're not going anywhere, because we're still living in Georgia government. We're not living in this government. We're blaming everything on Georgia, and Georgia do nothing but to upgrade your life to another standard, build free home for our people, give us better market, give us enough places that we can move around, have fun, parks. Solve our electricity problem. Don't just be telling us, oh, we not signed the other contract in Australia. We not signed this in DC. Ain't nothing. Solve the problem. Let the people feel it. Yes, that the problem have been solved. Just a couple of months ago, we were boasting that electricity is not going nowhere again. It's permanent.
Yeah.
But here we are.
And I seen that night it started tripping. The same week the king they say, oh, forget it. The thing of LEC going, current going your area is the thing of the past. We have put things under control, and there will be no electricity shortages around the country because we've done all of the workings to make sure it's stable. Today we're there. Right now, yeah. I can imagine. I left when I was relocating to Broadville. I went with my coal iron, and when it started this stuff, I started looking around. I asked my wife, "Well, we got a coal iron." She said, "Check it because somewhere I want him put it." But we checked and we finally found our coal iron. To have it as a standby. So that's it. Yeah. So the BB importers there in the country, you're trying to bring in more lantern in the country because when you're carried to the interior, you will make a lot of money. The thing that we're going through in the capital city, current business. Now I want to talk about the people who are outside the capital city, what they're going through. But we got to go, folks, because time is not in our favor. So let me go back to the weatherman to give us his parting comments. So Lamar, let's see.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us this morning, today. I invite you tonight. We have a sister program called The Nighttime Spin. We discuss the same issue that we're discussing now. If you want, you can follow us this evening at around 11 p.m. in your time. And I will be in the East Coast here, 7 p.m. So we can all join together and discuss the same issue to continue the discussion. Thank you again. This is your good friend Suleiman Hashim Tunis coming to you live from Radio LIV here on Staten Island, New York with Freedom FM 87.9, the radio station in the nation capital. Again, we'll see you tonight. Thank you, Wendell, and have a good day.
You too, Tunis. Thank you very much for being there, folks. That's all the time. But before I go, I'd like to squeeze in a happy birthday treat for Austin Massacre of Salamita, Liberia, and Broadville City, respectively. Today is your birthday, Ox Max. Happy birthday to you. And all of you celebrating today, want to say congratulations. If today is your birthday, happy birthday to you. If today is your wedding anniversary, we want to say congratulations. Whatever the occasion is, we want to say thumbs up to you. We got to go. My name is Wendell Nimne. Thanks for listening.